Hi crafty friends, I'm here with a video on my traveler's notebook. I wanted to show you how I set it up and do a little flip through of how I used it for this weekend when I went to Orlando with my family. So as I hauled my first Tuesday morning haul, you saw the cover and my little key charm there. So I chose that one to put on, and I gave the gold one to my mom, and I put the silver one here on my bullet journal cover. So that's where the charms went. So this is the brown leather cover. I'm gonna take it all apart and then I'm gonna show you how I put it back together. Alright, so as you can see, this only has one elastic. Some of the other ones that I've seen come with other elastics. This just comes with one, so you have to make the most of it. You're not just going to put in one insert and call it a day, and then that's your traveler's notebook. No way. So we got to make the most of it. So each insert comes with a black elastic. So what you want to do is you want to take that black elastic and you're going to put it in the middle of two inserts, and you're going to connect these two together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put this with the bands like that inside the one elastic. So now there you have two things already. So we already are making use of that one elastic and putting in two things. So you're going to continue that process if you want to put in another set of two. So I have here the folders and my watercolor insert. I put the elastic band in the middle of those two. And then again, I have the bands like that, and I'm going to put that into the center band, the brown one. So you can keep going with this process and make it even thicker by going to keep putting two and two and two. Now what happens if you only have one more? If you only have one more, then you put the last one, the center of the last one, in that middle elastic. So there you go. Now I have 5 inserts in one notebook. So I'm going to do a little flip through. This is the clear case. I used some old cards and wrapped that travel washi around it, and some some other washi that's not part of the travel collection, some Maggie Holmes, some Michaels, and this is an old pink one. So I have 3 cards of washi tape. That was more than enough for my trip. I also put my stickers in there, and then I used a little pocket to hold some of my embellishments that I thought I would use. I used some, but not all of them. So that's what I'm using that little pocket for. It worked out very well for journaling on the go. I was journaling in the car, in the hotel, at the dinner table, at the restaurant. I was journaling everywhere, and this worked out really well. The zip pouch, I had my American Craft 03 Precision pen, and I also had my tape runner in there, and that fit well. I don't like how bulky the tape runner makes it, so I'm looking for a case where I can put the traveler's notebook and some other supplies so that this is not that thick, but it wasn't terrible. Then the folder insert, I use this for any little things that I got, like receipts. I would stick them in there as I went along and I wasn't ready to journal yet. That was a nice storage for all my little tickets and things like that. Then this is the blank insert. I did this page before we left and I wrote the plan of what I thought we were gonna do each day, and I just used some old magazine cutouts and some washi tape here, and I used the We Are Memory Keepers punch board, word punch right there, and some stamping and some of the stickers and some doodles. So this was the first day out. I used some watercolor paper to do some hand lettering, did some stickers, used some little plastic from Wawa. This is the hotel card that they give you. So I used that as a little pocket with some washi tape so it doesn't fall out, and did some writing. This is a restaurant we went to. I wanted to try watercoloring right on this paper to see how it would hold up, and it actually held up pretty nicely. It's a little warped, but not terrible, and it definitely didn't feather or, rip the page or anything. I didn't put a lot of water on there, but it held up for like one layer, I would say. Then we went to the Crayola experience. I had the tickets, and under there I have some pictures of my family. This is a little frog that you get to make at the Crayola experience. So I made that a little interactive element of the journal. Here's a ticket, a receipt for Arby's, a receipt for ice cream place, and a picture. Still need to do some journaling or stamping around here. And we went to the Orlando's Farmers Market, and we went to eat at Planet Hollywood. This is a little pic that was in my burger. This is a gift card that we used. This was a straw wrapper. So as you can see, you can get different little elements to put in there, just to add different dimensions to your travel journal. And then this was the last day, some stores that we went to, and just took some random little bits and pieces from each place just to add to the journal. And that's about it. What I have so far. So, next time we travel somewhere with a family, I'm going to continue the journal, and that's going to be how I document our travels. The next insert is the one that I wanted to show you that I did with the watercolor paper that I purchased on Tuesday morning. I actually made this insert myself, and these are just the extra pieces from when I cut down the paper, just in case I wanted some extra pieces. So what I did was I cut down the paper to the size that I wanted, which is the size of this, and I used that piercing tool. And once I had everything cut and scored down the middle, I used a piercing tool and a ruler to show you here. And a ruler to pierce every 1/2 inch. And then once I had everything pierced, I just used some good old thread and a needle, and I YouTubed how to bind. And what you do is you start from the middle and you go in and out, in and out, in and out, work your way back, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out to the end, and then come back to the middle, and that's where you end. So you can see a little piece here that's where you end in the middle, you tie it off. Now, when I folded this, it was not even, because the papers start coming out because they're so thick. So what I did after that was I took my ruler and the X-Acto knife, and I cut and cut and cut through all the thick layers until I got a nice clean edge. And I'm pretty surprised with how clean that edge looks, and I'm very happy with the way this turned out. My first use of it was to watercolor a tree that we were sitting under at the park, at Lake Eola Park in Orlando. So yeah, that's my first little masterpiece in this insert, and I love it. So I'm just using a little heart paper clip I got from Tuesday Morning here to hold those extra pieces. If I want to add that to the journal separate, I don't have to cut out a paper from my notebook. I just have some extra little pieces there. And then this is the graph paper insert. I have yet to use that. That'll probably just be the next insert after I finish this one. And that is it. I love the way this came out. I loved carrying this around with me everywhere I went. My husband started to say I was obsessed with it, which I was. I would take it with me into every restaurant to try to remember to bring a little memorabilia. And just to keep me busy, and my daughter had her own little watercolor painting set, and that's how we would entertain ourselves before dinner. So it was very nice, and if anyone is looking into doing this, I highly suggest it. I love it. It's just a very different, creative way to, you know, document your travels other than scrapbooking. Alright, if you have any questions, let me know. Comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button and the bell for notifications for the next video. Catch you next time. Bye bye.